Good morning, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you signing in again today, where we're continuing in the first book of Chronicles. But before we continue, our morning prayer. Father, as I read and receive your word, may it deeply be rooted in me, so when difficulty comes, it will be your word that encourages and strengthens me. Amen. Chapter 5 is where we're picking up today. And I'm going to put a forewarning that I got more names that I'm probably going to make your ears bleed. But we're getting through it. It's chapter 5, Descendants of Reuben. The oldest son of Israel was Reuben. But since he dishonored his father by sleeping with one of his father's concubines, his birthright was given to the sons of his brother Joseph. For this reason, Reuben is not listed in the genealogy as the firstborn son. It was the descendants of Judah that became the most powerful tribe and provided a ruler for the nation. But the birthright belonged to Joseph. The sons of Reuben, the oldest sons of Israel, were Hanak, Palu, Hezron, and Carmi. The descendants of Joel were Shema, Gog, Shimi, Micah, Rei, Baal, and Burah. Burah was the leader of the Reubenites when they were taken into captivity by King Tiglath-Pileser of Assyria. Burah's relatives are listed in their genealogy by their clans. Jael, the leader, Zechariah, and Bela, son of Azaz, son of Shema, son of Joel. These Reubenites lived in the area that stretches from Aror to Nebu and Baal-meon. And since they had so many cattle in the land of Gilead, they spread eastward toward the edge of the desert that stretches to the Euphrates River. During the reign of Saul, the Reubenites defeated the Hagrites in battle. Then they moved into the Hagrite settlement all along the eastern edge of Gilead. Descendants of Gad. Across from the Reubenites in the land of Bashan lived the descendants of Gad, who were spread as far east as Salekah. Joel was the leader in the land of Bashan, and Shaphan was second in command, along with Jani and Shaphan. Their relatives, the leaders of 7 other clans, were Michael, Meshullam, Sheba, Jorai, Jachin, Zia, and Eber. These were all descendants of Abihail, son of Huri, son of Jarorah, son of Gilead, son of Michael, son of Jeshishai, son of Jado, son of Buz. Ahi, son of Abdiel, son of Gani, and the leader of their clans. The Gadites lived in the land of Gilead, in Bashan and its villages, and throughout the Sharon plain. All of these were listed in the genealogical records during the days of King Jotham of Judah and King Jeroboam of Israel. The tribes east of the Jordan. There were 44,760 skilled warriors in the armies of Reuben, Gad, and the half-tribe of Manasseh. They were all skilled in combat and armed with shields, swords, and bows. They waged war against the Hagrites, the Jethurites, the Naphishites, and the Nodabites. They cried out to God during the battle, and he answered their prayer because they trusted in him. So the Hagrites and all their allies were defeated. The plunder taken from the Hagrites included 50,000 camels, 250,000 sheep, 2,000 donkeys, and 100,000 captives. Many of the Hagrites were killed in the battle because God was fighting against them. So they lived in their land until they were taken away into exile. The half-tribe of Manasseh spread through the land from Bashan to Baal Hermon, Sinir, and Mount Hermon. They were very numerous. These were leaders of their clans: Epher, Ishi, Eliel, Azriel, Jeremiah, Hodaviah, and Jadiel. Each of these men had a great reputation as a warrior and a leader, but they were unfaithful and violated their covenant with the God of their ancestors. They worshipped the gods of the nations that God had destroyed. So the God of Israel caused King Pul of Assyria, also known as Tiglath-Pileser, to invade the land and lead away the people of Reuben, Gad, and the half-tribe of Manasseh as captives. The Assyrians exiled them to Hala, Habar, Hara, and the Gozan River, where they remain to this day. Chapter 6. The priestly line. The sons of Levi were Gershon, Kohath, Merari, and Merari. The descendants of Kohath included Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uzziel. The children of Amram are Aaron, Moses, and Miriam. The sons of Aaron were Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. Eleazar was the father of Phinehas. Phinehas was the father of Abishu. Abishu was the father of Buki. Buki was the father of Uzzi. Uzzi was the father of Zerahiah. Zerahiah was the father of Meraioth. Meraioth was the father of Amariah. Amariah was the father of Ahitub. Ahitub was the father of Zadok. Zadok was the father of Ahimaaz. Ahimaaz was the father of Azariah. Azariah was the father of Johanan. Johanan was the father of Azariah, the high priest at the temple built by Solomon in Jerusalem. Azariah was the father of Amariah. Amariah was the father of Ahitub. Ahitub was the father of Zadok. Zadok was the father of Shallum. Shallum was the father of Hilkiah. Hilkiah was the father of Azariah. Azariah was the father of Sariah. Sariah was the father of Jehozadak, who went into exile when the Lord sent the people of Judah and Jerusalem into captivity under Nebuchadnezzar. The Levite clans. The sons of Levi were Gershon, Kohath, Merari. The descendants of Gershon included Libni, Shemiel, and Shemi. The descendants of Kohath included Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uzziel. The descendants of Merari included Mali and Mushi. The following were the Levite clans listed according to their ancestral descent. The descendants of Gershon included Libni, Jahath, Zimah, Joah, Iddo, Zerah, and Jethariah. The descendants of Kohath included Amminadab, Korah, Asir, Elkanah, Abasah, Asir, Tahath, Uzriel, Uzziah, and Shaul. The descendants of Elkanah included Amasai, Ahimath, Elkanah, Zophiah, Nahath, Eliab, Jeroham, Elkanah, and Samuel. The sons of Samuel were Joel the older, Abijah the second. The descendants of Merari included Mali, Libni, Shimi, Uzzah, Shemiah, and Haggiah, and Asaiah. The temple musicians. David assigned the following men to lead the music at the house of the Lord after he put the ark there. They ministered with music there at the tabernacle until Solomon built the temple of the Lord in Jerusalem. Then they carried on their work there, following all the regulations handed down to them. These were the men who served along with their sons. Hemam the musician was from the clan of Kohath. His genealogy was traced back through Joel, Samuel, Elkanah, Jeroham, Eliel, Toah, Zuph, Elkanah, Mahath, Amasai, Elkanah, Joel, Azariah, Zephaniah, Tahath, Asur, Abiasaph, Korah, Izhar, Kohath, Levi, and Israel. Hermon's first assistant was Asaph from the clan of Gershon. Asaph's genealogy was traced back through Barika, Shemiah, Michael, Baaseiah, Malchijah, Ethni, Zerah, Adiah, Ethan, Sima, Shimi, Jahath, Gershon, and Levi. Heman's second assistant was Ethan from the clan of Merari. Ethan's genealogy was traced back through Kishi, Abdi, Malach, Hashabiah, Amaziah, Hilkiah, Amzi, Bani, Shermer, Mali, Mushi, Merari, and Levi. The relatives, also Levites, were appointed to various other tasks in the tabernacle, the house of God. Aaron's descendants. Only Aaron and his descendants served as priests. They presented the offerings on the altar of burnt offering and the altar of incense, and they performed all the other duties related to the most holy place. They made atonement for Israel by following all the commands that Moses, the servant of God, had given them. The descendants of Aaron were Eleazar, Phinehas, Abishua, Buki, Uzi, Zerahiah, Merioth, Amariah, Ahatab, Zadok, and Ahimaaz. Territory for the Levites. This is a record of the towns and territory assigned by means of sacred lots to the descendants of Aaron who were from the clan of Kohath. This included Hebron and its surrounding pasture lands in Judah. But the fields and outlying areas were given to Caleb, son of Jephunneh, so the descendants of Aaron were given the following towns, each with its surrounding pasture lands: Hebron, the city of refuge, Libnah, Jatir, Eshtemoa, Holon, Debir, Ain, Juttah, Bethshemesh, and from the territory of Benjamin they were given Gibeon, Geba, Alameth, and Anathoth, each with its pasture lands. So a total of 13 towns were given to the descendants of Aaron. The remaining descendants of Kohath received 10 towns from the territory of the half-tribe of Manasseh by means of sacred lots. The descendants of Gershon received by sacred lots 13 towns from the territories of Issachar, Asher, Naphtali, and from the Bashan area of Manasseh, east of the Jordan. The descendants of Merari received by sacred lots 12 towns from the territories of Reuben, Gad, and Zebulun. So the people of Israel assigned all these towns and pasture lands to the Levites. The towns in the territories of Judah, Simeon, and Benjamin, mentioned above, were also assigned by means of sacred lots. The descendants of Kohath received from the territory of Ephraim these towns, each with its surrounding pasture lands: Shechem, a city of refuge in the hill country of Ephraim; Gezer, Jokmeam, Beth-horon, Ajalon, and Gath-rimmon. The remaining descendants of Kohath were assigned these towns from the territory of the half-tribe of Manasseh: Anir, Bileam, each with its pasture lands. The descendants of Gershon received from the territory of the half-tribe of Manasseh the town of Golan and Bashan with its pasture lands, and Ashtaroth with its pasture lands. From the territory of Issachar they were given Kadesh, Dabaroth, Ramoth, and Anem with their pasture lands. From the territory of Asher they received Mashal, Abdon, Hukok, Rehob, each with its pasture lands. From the territory of Naphtali they were given Kadesh and Galilee, Hammon, and Kirithaim, each with its pasture lands. The remaining descendants of Merari received from the territory of Zebulun the towns of Jokneam, Karath, Rimono, and Tabar, each with its pasture lands. From the territory of Reuben, east of the Jordan River, opposite Jericho, they received Bezer, a desert town, Jahaz, Kedemoth, Maphoth, each with its pasture lands, and from the territory of Gad they received Ramoth and Gilead, Mahanaim, Heshbon, Jazer, each with its pasture lands. Well, thank you for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. And we will start tomorrow again in chapter 7. Have a great day and a blessed day. Bye.